it's an incredible morning because there are so many things that we are looking at this morning at the third EU-African SME Summit. And today we're going to be speaking not just to the delegates of the day, but also to those who've come to really explore what this is about, what entrepreneurship looks like, and what the collaboration between the African continent as well as the rest of the world, particularly the EU, of course, being at the core of this collaboration looks like. And we are joined this morning by an attendee of this incredible event. That's Sandini Naidoo, the director of AfCFTA Ltd. She's a board member and National Agricultural Marketing Council. That's the NAMC. Thank you so much, Sandini, for joining us this morning. How are you?
Thank you guys for the invitation. Oh, there I am.
We can hear you. We can hear you.
Loud and clear.
So, Sandini, I think you're the perfect person to actually bring into this discussion. But let's ask first, why are you here? Why was this something that was appealing for you as a gathering?
Firstly, I'd like to thank the organizers of this event. I was invited initially as a speaker, and then I had the opportunity to actually pitch my business, which I think visibility for small enterprises such as AfCFTA is you strive to get the best opportunities to market yourself and market your business and get the credibility that these types of platforms obviously offer you as an entrepreneur, as a professional, and then as a business owner. So the value that I derived here obviously is the networking opportunities and the ability, which is somewhat inhibited for small enterprises within not even South Africa, but within the SADC region, that we are able now to engage with officials from Europe, from different parts of the world, and even within our neighboring countries, and see where the collaborations and networks and opportunities lie, so that we can not only spread our portfolios, but also enhance our portfolios to diversify our service offerings or product offerings, whatever it is that our businesses are about.
Yeah, as a woman entrepreneur, I mean, you're also a trade lawyer, so this is fantastic to start this conversation with you, because the reason is there's so much red tape around regional business. There is kind of this lack of standardization when you even want to export regionally. Let's not even talk internationally. And I think there are learnings that we can get from the European Union perspective. What do you think we can gain from that experience, which seems like has a standardization? They've got challenges of their own, but things seem a little bit less seamless than we have here in our regions.
So one of the things that I can safely say, as being a trade lawyer, I was given a position of privilege where I actually understood the trade dynamics much better than anyone just entering the export space. So for me, within the SADC, SACU, Continental, Africa, I was able to navigate quite, I wouldn't say easily, but seamlessly to see how and where we could find opportunities. When it comes to Europe, obviously they have their own challenges, and being in the agricultural space, as Palesa mentioned, AfCFTA is an export trade company that specializes in agricultural produce. When we go to Europe, it's become very protectionist in order, obviously, to protect their own internal trade ties. And so, trying to navigate those regulations, one of the things that actually came to my table about a few days ago was they had changed their packaging, and everyone's going towards this green, clean trade energy perspective, and now we have a situation where they have changed the packaging requirements to be clean and green. And as Southern Africans, we aren't as green as we would like to be. As South Africa, we're still heavily reliant on coal, for example. So in order for us to actually meet those requirements, it becomes more and more challenging. Being in the Europe, from the Europeans' perspective, Africa presents a counter-season opportunity where we can supply them counter-season produce. But then again, the opportunities for us get more and more restrictive as these regulations come in, and as more protectionist strategies come in to protect their industries and their stakeholders. So it is quite a dicey dynamic, and being in this geopolitical situation we're in right now, it comes with its own set of challenges, but then again, also a new string of opportunities. And without being pessimistic, or rather a realist optimist that I am,
Sure.
I look at every challenge as an opportunity, and where Avoport, alongside our partner companies, can drive new value from these dynamics.
Yeah.
Um,
Fantastic.
one of the before I end, one of the things that also did help me is I just finished my term at the NMC board. I was the
Okay.
youngest member ever appointed in the
Oh,
history of the
congratulations.
organization.
Awesome. That's great.
So after 4 years, I
Nice.
managed to bridge this public policy private sector space and get a deeper understanding of internal trade.
Sure.
So those things really helped me as an entrepreneur and as a professional sort of navigate this.
You know, Sandini,
trade
before
dynamic.
we wrap up, Avoport, who you are, the director of, has a huge investment in trying to make sure that you empower rural farming communities by providing marketing access and development opportunities for them. And in the greater scheme of things, in a place like this, we think that it's all higher end and, those people who work in the SME or the entrepreneurship space that are able to get access to that. How do we make sure that even in spaces like this, we're able to bring down the access and let it trickle down to, the everyday person, the local farmer, the rural farmer, who's also able to make sure that they get opportunities from spaces like this?
And that again comes down to visibility. Through companies such as myself and the other SMEs that are attending today, we have the opportunity to leverage these dynamics and sort of showcase what the reality is on the grassroots level. And then we move towards, incorporating and sharing this market information, as you say, down to the grassroots level,
Yes.
so people have more information to make more informed decisions.
Well, thank you so much. I hope that you enjoy this gathering, and I hope that you're able to maximize the opportunities here as well. Thank you so much for joining us, Sandini.
Thank you guys for the time and for the opportunity. I really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Fantastic. That's Sandini Naidoo, Director at Avoport, also board member of the National Agriculture and Marketing Council. Let's take a bit of a break, and then we'll see who else we can bring on our stand and see what other people want to gain from this EU-African SME Summit. Partnering with us, Channel Africa today. We're broadcasting from the Johannesburg Stock Exchange. Let's take a break. We'll be back.